And if we just scroll down, you can see all the other related images. I would say 9 out of 10 are also AI modified. So let's go back up and let's refresh this page now with all the toggles turned off. And let's go back down. Look at that. We're getting real photographs. What's up guys, today I've come to bring you some good news. So 9 months ago I made a video talking about how Pinterest has died. It came to my attention that when I would search for things on Pinterest, instead of showing me actual images by humans, it would feed me a lot of AI slop. It seems like Pinterest has heard all of our complaints and they've included a new feature now where you can actually toggle on and off Gen AI content. So here's how it works, okay? We open up our Pinterest page, okay? There's a little arrow on the top right corner, click on that, click on settings. Now out of all the options on the left side here, I want you to click on refine your recommendations. Here you can see your activity, the posts that you viewed, you can see your interests, and on the right you can see now they've added Gen AI interests. Funny you call it interests because I have no interest in Gen AI. This category allows you to choose Gen AI interests you'd like to see in your recommended pins. I'd like to see none. So you can now toggle all of these off, turned off. You'll start seeing fewer Gen AI ideas for art soon. I'm gonna do a test in just a second to see how well this actually works, but I think it's fantastic that Pinterest is actually listening to us and that they're taking the opposite approach of like Google, Meta, and X, who are just shoving Gen AI down our throats, like just completely unconsensually. It just makes me feel so violated. So let's do a quick test here. I'm gonna leave all of these options on for now. And here's a post that I found on Pinterest today that is actually AI modified. So this label in the bottom left corner is actually a new thing that Pinterest has added recently. I don't know exactly how they know this, but if you guys do, please leave that in the comments below. I'm gonna just scroll down a little bit and see if we can potentially find more images that are AI modified that have this label. All right, so here we go. This is definitely another AI piece. You can see the AI tag on the bottom right, and here we go. It says AI modified. Here's another one, potentially AI modified, and there it is, AI modified. So this is great in my opinion, because if you're somebody who's, relatively new to this and you can't really discern whether an image has AI qualities to it, this is a great indicator. Now here's the thing, you can't just fully rely on this. You still have to kind of trust your common sense because this image here, clearly AI with an AI tag, it says AI modified. But if we just go back and click on this image, which arguably looks even more like AI, again, has an AI tag on it, well, look at that. We're missing the AI modified tag. So it doesn't work 100% of the time. So again, with all of my Gen AI interests active still, I looked up semi-realistic art, and one of these pieces came up, which is clearly AI to me, and it is being marked as AI modified. Now, what I'm curious about is, with all my Gen AI interests still turned on, how much other AI content will I get in the related pins? And it seems like it's a lot. Oh my goodness. This is all AI. Okay, that's not AI, but these are all, yep. I mean, just looking at the hand there, I'm pretty sure that's AI, and this one's not being marked as AI modified. But again, with all of my Gen AI interests turned on, I'm getting a ton of AI recommendations. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just turn these off. They should really just make one toggle for everything. Now let's just refresh this page. Oh. Okay, that's a photograph. That's a photograph. That's a drawing. Now, is this AI or? Okay, that's not been flagged as AI, but I'm not sure. It's so annoying. Like, you literally can't trust anything on the internet now. Okay, so immediately I'm noticing that there's a lot more photographs, okay, a lot more real things that are actually made by humans, but there's definitely still some AI that like slips through the cracks. I'm 99% sure this is an AI image. It's very similar to the original image that we're searching off of, but it doesn't have the AI tag. So I think this feature filters out all of the images with the AI tag, but again, we still can't 100% trust that AI tag to catch everything. Like, look, that's for sure AI modified. Let's put a tag on this. What's going on here? I think maybe a good feature to put in here is report AI on the very bottom. And maybe the great team at Pinterest can come up with something like, if a certain percentage of people or a certain ratio suspects that an image is AI, they can do like a more in-depth review and have somebody actually flag it as AI, but I don't know. Don't listen to me. I'm just an unk on the internet. So that first test is actually very promising. Now, I have this image here, which is AI modified. And if we just scroll down, you can see all the other related images. I would say 9 out of 10 are also AI modified. So let's go back up and let's refresh this page now with all the toggles turned off. And let's go back down. Oh my. Look at that. We're getting real photographs. Okay, well, there's still AI here. This is still flagged as AI modified. I don't know why it's still showing me this. Again, I'm not expecting it to be perfect right off the bat and catch everything, but I think this is such a good step in the right direction. Look at these. I'm getting so many more real photographs. It's not perfect, of course, but it's so promising to me to see a platform as prominent as Pinterest to actually address this issue and give us a choice on whether or not we want to see Gen AI content. Like, that's all I need. I understand that some people are going to still want to generate stuff and want to see generated images, and that's fine. But for those of us who don't, for artists who are looking for inspiration, who don't really want to interact with AI content, just having that choice means everything to us. So I think this is honestly such a respectable decision. Whoever greenlit this at Pinterest, come here, let me give you a big fat kiss, because this is awesome. And I think a lot of people online have been feeling the same way. So just before I made this video, I came across a post on X today. It's such a dumb post, it just says you can turn off AI images on Pinterest now with a guy breaking his chain, but look at how many likes. This is one of the most viral posts that I've ever seen. 700,000 likes in 2 days with 18.1 million views and counting. I'll bet you if I refresh this page right now, see, 701,000 with 18.4 million. Wow, damn. If only I could get those numbers. But I genuinely think that we've reached a point of AI saturation now where everyone is starting to get tired of it. And most of my audience were artists, so we've been hit by this very early on, but now I think it's starting to get even more mainstream. And the general users of social media platforms who are actually not artists are also starting to push back against this, which I think is so absolutely heartening to see. I love this. I love that we're speaking out against this. Hell yeah, less slop in my life. I mean, dude, that's exactly how I feel too, man. And this response in particular, I love. This tweet has gone viral and we all know why. No matter what Google claims, people don't like AI overviews. No matter what Meta claims, no one wants to watch an endless scroll of AI slop video. And no matter what X claims, only maladjusted creeps like its founder think anime girlfriends are cool. Could not have said this better myself. Literally, what's the point of being a human anymore if all the art that we consume is not even made by humans? Like, what's the point of existence? Here's another follow-up. The fact that this tweet of mine is now at almost 600,000 likes is absolutely insane. People are sick of AI. Ever since posting this, I've been bombarded with messages about how happy people are that they can finally filter out the slop. We need to keep fighting. I completely agree. And you know what? Until the day I die, I'm going to keep talking about this because I want the next generation of artists. I want you guys to have spaces in the future to be able to share your work without being drowned out by mindless, soulless AI slop. So I'm definitely going to be keeping all of these toggles turned off, and I recommend that you guys go on Pinterest right now and do the same thing. Show them how many people actually care about this. This to me is such an encouraging step in the right direction and from a very mainstream platform. And I'm so very glad that Pinterest has done this because so many creative people like myself rely on Pinterest to find inspiration. And I remember making my last video talking about all the Gen AI content on Pinterest, just how many people actually commented and told me that they've had the same experience. So props to Pinterest. I've been rooting for them from the very start, and I'm so glad that they actually listened to us. Now, in a perfect universe, all the other platforms will also give us toggles to turn off all the Gen AI content. But unfortunately, I don't think we live in a perfect universe. Platforms like Meta, Google, and X are pretty heavily invested in their own Gen AI stuff, so they're probably not going to want their users to be able to turn that off. It's like a big Ponzi scheme, they want to be able to justify all that investment somehow. But that's not to say we can't keep pushing back on this, because the only reason Pinterest decided to do this is because people have voiced their opinions. So the next time someone tries to tell you that this technology is inevitable and that eventually all the content that you ever consume will be entirely made of AI, just know that I'll be standing right there with you in spirit and wholeheartedly rejecting that premise, because we love art and we love human creativity. Such good news, Pinterest, well done. And I really look forward to how this algorithm's going to evolve and eventually get even more accurate so it's able to filter out more Gen AI content. But yeah, this might be a short video. I just wanted to make this to bring it to your guys' attention and to let you guys know that, your opinions are valid, your opinions are heard. And the quote unquote inevitable dystopian doesn't actually have to be a reality if we can voice our opinions and push back against it. Subscribe to my channel if you guys want to see more art related content. Also, if you're watching this video right now, I'm going to be in Los Angeles for a Lightbox 2025 Lightbox. I'm going to have a table there. I'm going to be selling some prints. So come check it out. Come say hi to me. And with all that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm happy, guys. I'm happy about this. Again, a lot of people are expecting this to be perfect, but no first iteration of anything is ever perfect. I just think this is such a great step in the right direction. And as an artist, you know, like an artist who's been impacted by this from the very start, to be able to just like see our voices actually be heard and see changes being implemented in real time, it just means a lot, you know. But yeah, you know what? I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic.